Hello and welcome back to Sorare. I'm Adam and today I'm going to be going through a complete guide to Sorare. So if you want to find out all about this fantastic fantasy football game, then make sure you stick around. Before all that though, welcome all new managers to Sorare YouTube channel. Here you will find tutorials, tips, strategies, scouting and player suggestions. If you do like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Each month I'll be doing a monthly giveaway. For the month of March, I'm giving away Rio Hatate. To enter, you need to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. At the end of the month, I'll pick a random video posted in March and random select a comment, and that person will win that month's card. So the more videos you comment on, the more entries you will have. I'll announce the winner right here at the end of the month, so stay tuned. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, make sure you sign up using the link below to get a free limited card and 13 common cards. Also consider joining the Sorare Patreon for player scouting and grab yourself a free 100-page Ultimate Guide to Sorare ebook. Links to all this good stuff are in the description. Don't forget you can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. And for more free Sorare content, please check out sorare.com. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get straight stuck into today's content then, and that is the ultimate guide to Sorare in 2022. So what is Sorare then? Sorare is a global fantasy football game where you can compete in tournaments twice a week for free, and you'll have the chance to win big rewards in the form of Ethereum and player cards. But not only that, you can also trade cards and collect them if that takes your fancy. Sorare is one of the first NFT fantasy games to incorporate fantasy football and player cards into one platform, using the modern technology of the blockchain and NFTs to power the global fantasy football game. You can build a collection of player cards that you'll be able to use in a twice-weekly fantasy tournaments that are also free to play. Because these player cards are on the blockchain and classed as an NFT, this means these cards are digital assets and unique in their own way. Now the NFTs on Sorare are the Sorare player cards. NFT stands for non-fungible token and is a unit of data stored on a digital ledger called a blockchain. That certifies a digital file to be unique. An NFT functions like cryptographic token, but unlike cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, are not mutually interchangeable, in other words, non-fungible. Now while we're on the subject of cards and the blockchain, it's also worth giving a brief description of what the blockchain is. Now this isn't something you wear around your neck. Oh no, this is much more fancy than that. In simple terms, a blockchain is a ledger of transactions, and Sorare uses the blockchain to keep a record of all the player card sales and purchases. These transactions are completed through Ethereum. So what is Ethereum then? So Sorare is run on the cryptocurrency Ethereum and is the currency you'll need to start buying player cards on Sorare. So it's a good idea to learn a little bit about what Ethereum is. Ethereum is a decentralized open source blockchain with smart contract functionality. Ether is the native cryptocurrency of the platform. Amongst cryptocurrencies, Ether is the second only to Bitcoin in the market capitalization. Ethereum allows for the creation and exchange of NFTs, which are non-interchangeable tokens connected to digital works of art or other real-world items and sold as unique digital property. So in our cases, the Sorare cards. For more information on Ethereum, please check out ethereum.org website. So let's move on to the Sorare cards then. Sorare cards are of course the cards that you can purchase on Sorare of your favourite football players. Player cards come in different rarities and when purchased they are processed through the blockchain. Due to this they are a unique and digital property that you own known as NFTs, which stands for non-fungible tokens. The four main card types at the time of recording are the limited, rares, super rares and uniques. For the limited cards there are 1,000 copies of each player for each season. There are 100 copies of each player for each season in the rare cards. The super rares have 10 copies of each player each season and are more powerful and collectible due to this. Uniques are just that, unique, and there's only one unique card of each player for each season. And these are the most powerful and expensive cards and hold the biggest collector appeal. There's also the common cards. Common cards can be used in tournaments also. These can be very useful when you're first starting out, as you can use one of these cards in the rare tournaments, but only Division 4 and the Casual League. Common cards are not NFTs however, so they're not digital assets, but are still usable on Sorare. So let's go through some of the information that can be found on a Sorare card. So I've brought up a rare card here depicted by the red colour, And what we can see at the top left here is the season that the card was released. So this was released on the 2021-22 season, and it's the 29 of 100 card for Vorma. This number is also known as the serial number. So this is serial number 29 of 100 for Ruud Vorma. We've also got on the top right here the club that that player was playing for when the card was released. We've also got the player's squad number, so his shirt number when the card was released. At the bottom here we've got the player's age when the card was released, the player's position, and also the nationality of that player. Then of course we've got the player's name at the bottom here, and also a picture of that particular player. So there's also other types of cards as well, including special cards. These special cards that are released by Sorare now and again, and for example there can be the Team of the Year cards, Player of the Year cards, Ticket Edition cards, which is these cards here that look like a ticket stub, and just special designs of the specific players on Sorare. These are obviously going to potentially hold some collector appeal maybe in the future. There's also coach cards like this one of Zinedine Zidane. So these are again released by Sorare now and again, and these cards don't have any utility at the time of recording but may hold some collector appeal. There's also the rookie cards. These are basically the first edition cards for that player and the first season cards that were released on Sorare for that player. These cards are the same utility as the standard cards but may hold more collector appeal. These cards will have a rookie symbol at the bottom left of the card, as we can see here. Now in the modern physical world of collecting cards, soccer cards or MLS cards, things like that, then the rookie cards generally do hold more appeal. Whether that is going to be the case for the Sorare cards is yet to be seen. And we also have the legend cards. So the legend cards are of past legends who have now retired from playing. These cards are from a specific season for that player, and in this example this is the season 83-84 card from Michel Platini. Legend cards can be used in tournaments, in special weekly, on weeks when these card types are allowed. Legend cards score the highest score of the player currently playing at the club that legend represented in the season/position on the card. For example, in the 1983-84 season, Platini played for Juventus. So whatever score the highest scoring midfielder for Juventus gets in that game week will be the score that Platini gets. Also, as this is the national card of France, for Platini he can also be used when there's an international fixture, and he will score the highest score from a French midfielder. These cards have utility and may hold more collector appeal in the future, although we have yet to see a special weekly that features these legend cards. So let's just quickly run through how to buy and sell cards. So I'll start with selling a card. It's very easy. As you can see, I'm on my club page here. Sell a card, all you'd need to do is click on one of the players that you're wanting to sell, click list my card, put in the amount that you want to list the player for. You can change it to your local currency or enter it in as ETH, which is of course Ethereum. So you can just put in your amount that you want to list it for here, and then just click list. It will then give you a 2-minute warning just to confirm that sale is going through, just to make sure that the details are correct. Then once it's listed, it will be listed for 48 hours on the secondary market. You can also sell your cards with other managers as well, through Discord and that sort of thing. So you can chat to managers on Discord or on Twitter, see if they're interested in negotiating a deal. Now to buy players, you can go on the new card auctions tab here, and this will bring you to the new card auctions that Sorare are releasing. As you can see, this is a bit like an eBay auction where the timer's ticking down. These 3 players here have only got a few seconds left. And if you wanted to bid on a player, all you'd need to do is just click on the bid button here, put in the amount that you want to bid, and then just click bid. You will then have a bid on that player, and if you're successful, you will sign that player after the auction's ended if you are the highest bidder. Obviously other managers can outbid you as well, a bit like the same as other people can outbid you on eBay auctions. Another way to buy players is through the manager sales section. So this is the secondary market, and this is where other managers are selling their Sorare cards. As you can see, there's a number of cards up for sale already. To buy a player from here, all you need to do is just click buy, confirm the amount that you're going to pay, and then just click buy. That player will then be added to your Sorare gallery, which is of course on your My Club and Cards section. And of course, again, you can also negotiate with other managers on social media, including Discord and Twitter, to see if you can strike a deal with a manager who's looking to potentially sell one of their cards. Okay, so let's get on to the good stuff now, and that is the Sorare tournaments. These are the fantasy football tournaments. I'm going to go to the open game week here, game week 253. And as you can see, there's a number of tournaments here that you could potentially enter. So these tournaments are known as the SO5 because you have to pick a team of 5 players to enter each eligible tournament. To enter these tournaments, you will need at least 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder and 1 forward, and then an extra position which can be filled by a forward, defender or midfielder. You also need to select a captain once you've selected your team. And the captain will get a 20% bonus on the score. You can select a captain just by clicking the C next to the applicable player. So this instance, I'm going to go with Lorenzo Pellegrini as my captain, and as you can see, he's now got the yellow captain sign next to his card. I'll just click confirm to confirm that. All these tournaments twice weekly if there's enough eligible matches. You also need to submit your lineup before the deadline. Now, as you can see, the deadline here is 10:59 on the 18th of March. There's also different divisions and criteria for each division. So as you can see here, there's the casual league, the limited leagues, the rare league, super rare league, unique leagues and the mixed division as well, which consists of the special weekly and also the option to put your cards in training, which is basically going to give them XP, which we'll come on to shortly. So the casual league is where most of you are probably going to start, and this is where you can enter tournaments for free. Now, to enter these, all you need is the common cards, which you can grab 13 of by signing up using the link below, where you'll get 13 common cards and also a limited card. This league is free to enter. All you need to do is just select a team like so from the available common cards that you've got. Then once you've done that, you can pick a captain and then you just click confirm. And in this league, you have a chance of winning more common cards and also the potential of winning some limited cards. Now, the limited, rare, super rare and unique divisions all have a similar structure in terms of tournaments. They all have the All-Star League, where you can play cards from players from any combination of leagues and also during international breaks. There's also the Champion Europe division. Entry is limited to players representing teams in the top 5 European leagues. The English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga and the French League 1. There's the Champion America, where entry is limited to players representing teams in the American leagues, which are the American MLS, the Argentina Superliga, the Mexican Liga MX, the Colombian Premier A, the Brazilian Serie A and the Peruvian Premier League. Then there's the Champion Asia division, and this division is limited to players representing teams in the Asia leagues, which is the Japan J League and the Korean K League. Also the Chinese Super League. There's then the Challenger Europe division. An entry is limited to players representing teams from clubs from outside of the top 5 European leagues. These include the Portuguese Liga, the Russian Premier League, the Dutch Eredivisie, the Belgian Pro League, the Scottish Premiership, Turkish Super League, Danish Superliga and the English Championship. And then there's also the Under-23 division, in which you can only use players that are 23 or under as of July the 1st of the previous year. As you can see, you will need player cards from the eligible leagues from each structure to enter them into tournaments. So if we look at the Champion Europe, as you can see here, it says 5 competitions covered, and this basically tells you that the players from these leagues are the only ones allowed to enter the Champion Europe. Challenger Europe gives you again a list of all the teams that are eligible to enter this division, as you can see here. So that's something to bear in mind before you start buying some players willy-nilly. You want to make sure that you're targeting a specific division first, especially if you've only got a limited budget. So to enter a tournament, it's very simple. All you need to do is just click Enter Tournament, select the cards that you're wanting to pick. Make sure they've got a game, of course. I'm just showing you this for example. Like I say, you need at least 1 goalkeeper, 1 midfielder, 1 forward, 1 defender, and then an extra card which can be a defender, forward or midfielder. Then once you've selected your team, all you need to do is just select the captain of your team, who again gets 20% bonus, and then just click confirm. That's it, you were entered into your first tournament and you're ready to go. So what type of rewards can you get on Sorare then? So there's different kinds of rewards for different divisions really. You can find out the rewards for a specific tournament by going to the prize pool. And let's have a look at the All-Star Limited for the upcoming game week, which is game week 253. Now all you need to do is just click into there. And you can see here that for finishing first, you would win £256 worth of Ethereum plus a Star Limited card. Now the Star Limited cards are going to be things like Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, that sort of thing. So the Star cards are the best cards that you can win on Sorare. Second place also gets you a Star Limited and some ETH as well. And third also gets you ETH and a Star Limited. And the other method of winning some cards is also finishing 4th to 15th. You win a Star Limited. Finishing 16th to 55th, you win a Tier 1 Limited, which again is decent players. Not quite the Mbappes or Messis of this world, but still some fantastic players in that category. Finishing 56 to 205, you can win a Tier 2 Limited. And 206 to 600, you can win a Tier 3 Limited. This was just an example on the Limited All-Star Division. If we go over to the Rare All-Star Division, in this division, as you can see, the prizes go up a little bit. So for first, you win 651 in Ethereum, and you also win a Star Rare. Now Rares obviously hold a lot more value than Limiteds because there's only 100 of those, whereas the Limited there's 1,000. Second place, you also win some Ethereum, £395 worth, and a Star Rare. Third, again, you win a Star Rare. And then for the different positions, you can also win other rare cards, all the way up to place 170th. Now the amount of places that are awarded does vary depending on how many matches they are, of course. Now in the All-Star Limited 4, you can also win some threshold payouts. So basically all you need to do for this is to score over 250 points to get £39 in Ethereum, and 205 to get £19 in Ethereum. So you wouldn't even need to place anywhere, you just need to score over a certain amount of points to get this threshold payment. Now there is rumours that this threshold payment may be going eventually, but will be potentially getting replaced by something else. And also something to note, that this threshold payment can also go up and down depending on the price of Ethereum. So as you can see, there's some fantastic rewards there to be won, and obviously a lot of these cards are also worth quite a lot of money. So now you know how to enter tournaments, you will obviously want to know how players score points. Well, this is based on real world actions that the player performs during a match, just like regular fantasy football. So let's have a look how the scoring matrix works then. So there's the decisive score. So the decisive stats have a direct impact on the outcome of a game. They can be identified easily when watching a live game. So the positive impacts are things like goal, assist, penalty won, clearance off the line, clean sheet, only for goalkeepers, penalty save and last man tackle. Negative impacts include red card, own goal, penalty conceded, errors leads to goal, and conceding 3 or more goals for the goalkeeper. Now these are probably similar ones that you'd be looking for in a normal fantasy football game like the Fantasy Premier League. You generally want players that are going to score goals and get assists, because they're generally the players that are going to score the most points. That is similar on Sorare. So the decisive score is calculated using the following grid. So a player starts at level 0, which is 35 points for a starter and 25 points for a substitute. Each positive impact stat brings the player to the next level. Each negative impact stat brings the player to the previous level. Levels above 0 means a guaranteed score. The player could not score lower than the minimum guaranteed at this level regardless of the all-round score. So example 1, a player that scores 2 goals, gives 1 assist and receives a red card will end up on level 2, 70 points. Example 2, a player that concedes 1 penalty and receives a red card will end up on level -1, 15 points. There's then also the all-round score. So all-round score counts our everyday stats that are more difficult to track during a live game. Sorare have kept these statistics as they believe they help to assess statistically the impact a player has on the game, especially for defensive positions. So if we take a close look at this grid, as you can see there's a number of points that a player can score as well on his all-round score. So these are just general things like winning a tackle, effective clearance, block, possession won, big chance created, attempted assist, accurate pass, won contest, shot on target, saves, all things like that. So there's a number of stats that the player can also pick up points from, during a game. So the total score of a player is calculated by his decisive score and his all-round score added together. So the score is capped at 100 points, so a player can score no more than 100 points during a game. They can of course get XP on top of this 100 score though, from captain bonuses and things like that. So while we're on the subject of XP and bonuses and that sort of thing, I'd like to quickly touch on that now because this is a very important part of the game. XP is basically experience points that your player card gets for being entered into tournaments or training. There is a fixed XP that a card can get whether they actually play the match in real time or don't play. But to get this XP they do need to be in a tournament or training. There are 3 types of XP. There's the captain XP, which is 20%. There's a season bonus, so 5% if the card is from the current season. As you can see here, Vorma's got it for the 2021 season. He's got 5% bonus for being the card from the current season that's in play. And level bonus, which depends on the XP your card has gained and its scarcity, e.g. rare, super rare or unique. As you can see here, Vorma's got an XP bonus of 4.5%. Every time a card is played in a game week, either in a tournament or training, that card's XP will gain more XP, which will enable the card to level up to a maximum of 20 levels. It can take 3 years to get to level 20 however. If you regularly use a card in tournaments or training, it's expected that you can grow 10 levels within a season. But it will then take a further 2 seasons to level up another 10 levels, and this is if it played in tournaments and training regularly. XP is important because it's obviously going to give you a percentage bonus on that player's score. So as you can see here, Ruud Vorma is going to get all these extra bonuses on his score, which equates to a total of 29.5% bonus on his score that he gets through the decisive score and the all-round score. So how do you get some of this Ethereum into your Sorare wallet then? The easiest way to deposit into Sorare is using Ramp, and there's actually a tutorial on my channel on how to do that, and there's very minimal fees as well doing it that way. So that is the easiest way to turn some of your local currency into Ethereum, and that is by using the Ramp option here. Like I said, there is a video on how to do that on this YouTube channel. So there you go, you've got your overview and guide of Sorare for 2022. There's quite a lot to learn, I do understand that, so maybe go through the video again to pick up the main points. Also check out the other videos on this channel as well where I have more detailed information on some of the topics covered here. You can also grab yourself a free 100-page Ultimate Guide to Sorare book. Links are in the description below if you did want to do that. If you did like this video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, each month I'll be doing a monthly giveaway. For the month of March, I'm giving away Rio Tate. To enter, you need to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. At the end of the month, I'll pick a random video posted in March and random select a comment, and that person will win that month's Sorare card. I'll announce the winner right here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned and ping that notification bell. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and for more free Sorare content, please check out sorareassist.com. Also consider becoming a patron of Sorare Assist as well for player scouting. And don't forget to sign up using the link below to get your 13 common cards and a free limited cards to get started on Sorare today. Okay, thanks for watching, I hope you found this useful and I'll see you again soon.